Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big boys. 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. The judges for this fight are Alan Davis, William Boodho, and Harry Davis. And when the action starts, the third man in the ring, your referee, Edgar Loaiza. Introducing first on my right and in the blue corner. He is wearing the red trunks trimmed with white and weighed in today at a trim 276 pounds. His professional record, 13 wins, 15 losses with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Jackson, Michigan, Demetrice, the next big thing, King. And his opponent across the ring in my left and in the red corner. He is wearing the red trunks, also trimmed with white. He weighed in today at 264 3/4 pounds. 6 feet 8 tall. He is the Canadian heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Toronto by way of Nigeria, Mount Kilimanjaro, Raymond Olubowale. 6 rounds heavyweight.
So here are the big boys. And I know Demetrice King calls himself the next big thing. You might want to put on that, the next big thing, too,
after Ray?
In this ring. Because Big Ray certainly is the biggest thing in that ring.
And yeah, but yet it's Demetrice King who outweighs Ray.
These are two monstrous specimens.
Indeed, and I'll tell you something. Don't sell this guy short. Demetrice King is coming here with a decent pedigree. 2 fights ago, he beat the rising Canadian heavyweight Bermane Stiverne on the undercard of the Joachim Alcine Travis Sims fight. So this is this guy can't be taken lightly at all.
Stiverne from Laval, now living in Vegas. There might be a rematch between these two. And of course, Big Ray, the new Canadian heavyweight champion, captured the title a month ago. 6th round TKO over David Cadieux and Trois-Rivières. Cadieux at one time also fought Demetrice King. King lost to Cadieux 2 years ago, an 8th round unanimous decision. Here we go, 6 rounds of the heavyweights.
And you know what? You certainly have to look at the record of Raymond Olubowale, because I mean this guy has not had hand-picked opponents. I mean, take a look at the guys he's fought. Undefeated Paul Mabongo, who was 10-0. David Cadieux, who was 17-2. David Cadieux when he was 6-1. Julius Long when he was 13-5. This guy's fought winners his whole way through. He's only had a few fights, but they haven't been hand-picked at all, Rod.
He's also 37 years old. He says, though, he looks 22. And that is what Demetrice King...
Who's going to argue with him?
Exactly. Newest Canadian heavyweight champion. Again, only 8 fights, fought as an amateur. Look at the long, long reach.
See, instead of just pawing out with that, he should land it. He should snap it. Good body shots from Raymond. But instead of just pawing that jab, you should land it. Because when you paw it, it's almost like telegraphing your next shot. And if a guy throws a right hand at the same time you want to throw it, you could end up getting caught with it. So just spear it out there. There's a good spearing stiff jab.
Huge reach advantage for Olubowale. From Toronto, by way of Nigeria.
Good stiff jab followed up by the right hand.
King, the shorter fighter, but again outweighs Olubowale. Hailing from Jackson, Michigan.
Demetrice King trying to figure out what he's going to do with this big guy. How's he going to get inside? Good straight shots from Olubowale. Canadian heavyweight champion. There's a body shot underneath. I like the way Raymond's mixing up his attack. The body, the head. Good hook there from Raymond.
Certainly the more active of the two fighters here. Final 25 seconds of round one. Olubowale trying to certainly make an impression too. This is his first fight since becoming the Canadian champion, albeit against an American opponent, but in front of a Canadian crowd. Last 10 seconds.
And it's his first time in over 2 years that he's been fighting in Ontario. Good body shot again underneath.
Raymond Olubowale. Have to think that he would be the winner of round one.
Bullshit like that, man. Okay? I'm telling you. What won't do in this game? Go inside,
Keep on fighting, okay?
Yeah. Okay? Listen, Raymond. Very calm.
The man called Mount Kilimanjaro. You could see why.
Good stiff left jab, follows it up with the right hand. That's just, oh, and I love the way he's mixing up those shots to the body. Demetrice King's thinking the shot's coming, the uppercut's coming to his head, and he's landing it right into the gut.
Well, King's got to get inside here. Find a way to counteract that long reach from Olubowale. Comes out firing again early in round two. Oh, King with a sharp left.
Now that's the referee's fault. The referee had, as soon as Olubowale's back in the clinch was to Demetrice King, the referee should have been in there breaking them. Again, instead of letting them break on their own.
King has a little smile for Olubowale, who is not smiling after that shot.
I mean, you can't really blame Demetrice King for taking the shot, but that's just the fault of the referee. If you're going to let these guys break themselves, what do you need the referee in there for?
Referee is Edgar Loaiza. Olubowale with that Mount Kilimanjaro label on his trunks, Big Ray. Against the next big thing, Demetrice King. Oh, King finally getting a shot inside there.
Just so you know, Berman Stiverne was beating on Demetrice King for 3 rounds, and King landed a left hook which hurt Stiverne, and the referee moved in and stopped the fight. So Ray has to be very careful here of shots like
left.
That's right.
That was the game plan for King. Get inside that reach, another big left hand. Olubowale stung by that one.
See, there's where the ref should be getting in to break them. Like, look, see again,
another one.
hitting on the break. If the ref's not going to do his job, get him out of there.
Between rounds, he came over to Olubowale and said, you know, we're going to let you fight. Well, he's certainly doing that, isn't he?
He's letting them fight and he's letting them break, so he can just step out of the ring.
King goes down on one knee as Olubowale pushes him to the canvas. Final minute here in round number 2, and Demetrice King much more active in this round.
Raymond's got to get going back to that jab. There's that shot underneath again, that right uppercut into the body. King looking to land the left hook. Ray doesn't need to be this close. He's got a longer range. He can just step back and pop him from the outside. Because King's got to get in close to land that left hook. There it is, right from there. It's a good place for Ray to be landing that straight right hand. Is that good jab, good finishes with the left hand. Another good flurry combinations from Raymond.
Kind of setting up that right hand now.
And into the body.
There's another left uppercut into the body. Final 10 now. Second round. Demetrice King answers Olubowale's round 1 with a good round from himself here at Casino Rama.
Wait, man. Long, man.
And it beat back in, going back to Abbott. And I kept rolling in 7. And winning all the five. But nothing so good I could do no more. I just kept
Own this motherfucker, man. You're supposed to be owning. Throwing shots, man. You're not doing that, man. Okay? Get on him. Get on him. You ain't particular on your double right, everybody. You ain't doing that shit. Okay? Let's get on him, D. You gotta get on him.
Demetrice King responding in round number 2, Russ Amber.
This is, now watch, see, Ray turns around. Now his back is to them. The referee should be in there breaking him. He doesn't say anything, and King lets a shot go. I mean, that's just a poor job from the referee. There's that Olubowale mixing up his attack between the body and head, gets that jab going, then digs right downstairs into the body. Good moves from Raymond there. Good action here in this fight, Rod.
Round 3 now, scheduled for 6.
That jab going, Red. Let's go. Jab, 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 jab.
Newly crowned Canadian heavyweight champion, Raymond Olubowale. There's a hard right, and Olubowale's rocked. Here's King now on the ropes. Olubowale's in trouble. A left, and now a right. Olubowale got hit hard there. You could see the power of Demetrice King.
That's what I told you. That's what he did with Steve Earn.
Olubowale answering one back now. Well, King came back in the second round, and now he's hunting down Olubowale.
Raymond's staying very calm, though. You know, he's not over panicking now. He sees the shots that are coming.
King looks very fresh, though, right now, and Olubowale does not.
See, this is, again, where the referee should be breaking them. Why is he letting the guy straighten up on his own?
There's Olubowale with a shot. Oh.
See, again, the ref should be breaking them right there.
Olubowale almost knows every time that they come close that he has to protect his head because King could hit him.
Especially with that left hook and the looping right hand over the top. There he tried the looping right hand again.
Olubowale now has King in the corner.
Bringing no shot underneath.
Trying to get something inside as King covers up. Olubowale
Raymond needs to give himself some room to punch. He shouldn't get too close to King because King wants to let that left hook go.
Lots of time here in round 3, still a minute to go.
Raymond trying to push him out of the ring instead of just stepping back and firing shots.
There's a big shot. King absorbing some punishment here now in the corner. Takes another one. Another one.
Raymond doesn't need to be this close.
Tries a big uppercut. Not getting much there, and here comes King again. Eliza finally comes in.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go here.
Raymond should go back to that jab. He should just be spearing him at the end of the jab.
Trying to find an opening. King covering up again, almost rope-a-doping here.
Yeah, looking to land. He's going to come out with one big flurry. That's what he's going to try to do. There he tried the uppercut on the inside. Raymond lands the uppercut on the inside.
Here he comes. Oh, Olubowale hits him hard with the left. There it is. Round 3. Oh, what a war here.
And when you start punching, don't stop. You gotta give him a chance to stop. Why is it 30 seconds, okay?
Well, Raymond Olubowale got rocked there a couple times by Demetrice King, but then responded late in the round.
He probably still ended up winning the round. There was the right hand that came over the top, which really did surprise Olubowale because he'd been looking for the left hook most of the night because that was the shot that King was throwing. But then for the remainder of the round, it was Olubowale who regained control and kept King pinned in the corner as he outworked him on the inside.
Round 4 now. Let's see what kind of tack both of these fighters take. Each round has been so different here.
Good shots from Raymond. Good combinations from Ray. Those are beautiful shots from a big man. See, and that stiff left jab just offsets King.
Had such success early on in this fight with that stiff jab and setting up the right hand.
See, again, the referee not getting in there and separating the two fighters. He's got, when he calls a break, he's got to make sure they step back before resume fighting.
I'm wondering if he just doesn't want to get between them.
Well, then put someone in there who does.
There are some heavy, heavy shots being taken in this fight. A lot of close quarter fighting as well. 22-year-old Demetrice King, 15 years older is Olubowale.
Good body shots from Raymond on the inside. Raymond just needs to give himself a little bit of room. He needs to give himself some room. He doesn't want to get too close to this guy, just pop him from the outside. Right there, that's where he needs to keep him and then dig that shot underneath. That's a beautiful shot.
King looks to his corner.
King looks like he's using this round to try to recuperate from the flurry of punches he threw in the last round. Conditioning seems to favor Raymond, who's a hard worker in the gym, trains hard.
Does not have a large body of work as a professional. 5-1-1 and a Canadian heavyweight champion to boot.
But you know what? The 5 fights he's had, like I listed off the opponents before, he's fought good opposition, guys with winning records. He hasn't been built up on a diet of stiffs, you know. Oh, good shots underneath from Raymond.
40 seconds to go. He has also said that because he got such a late start in the professional ranks, his body is not as worn as some of those younger fighters who get into their 30s.
Yeah, very good point. And you know what? Heavyweights always mature late as well. Oh, good sharp right hand.
Big right hand. Olubowale with the left now and another right. Final 10 now. Olubowale answers right back in this round.
Again, the referee letting this guy hitting him in the back of the head. The referee's just not doing his job.
And Luai,
he's just not doing his job.
Unbelievable.
Bell, waiting for the bell. Keep your hands up. 10 seconds. I know. Keep your hands up all the time, buddy. Okay, keep your hands up all the time. Good point. Listen to me. Never hold him there. Don't let him touch. Hold him with the heart out. Okay? Breathe. It's an excellent round. You can take a back at them right there. You look like you hurt. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right on, he said. The 10 seconds are right on.
A very perplexed Raymond Olubowale, who was very active in that round, but then again later in the round, the referee just didn't step in.
No, he did not, and he had the 10-second warning as well. Now there they are in the clinch. He goes behind him, hits him in the back of the head, and the referee watches him hit him again and doesn't even warn the guy for hitting him back of the head.
Now in defense of Demetrice King, if the guy's not stepping in, why not keep throwing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, you didn't hear me criticize King, did you? No, you know, King did what he had to do, but the referee's got to be the one who has control of the situation. See, again, the referee not doing anything. He let Raymond push the guy's head down, and the ref didn't do a thing about it.
He keeps shouting instructions to both fighters, and finally, for one of the few occasions, steps in between the two fighters here tonight. The worst thing is, stuff like this
is taking away from a very, very good fight.
Taking away from a good fight, and stuff can happen after a clinch.
That's right.
That a fight could end or someone could get seriously hurt.
Absolutely right, Rod. I don't think people realize how important a good referee is in the ring until you see a bad referee.
I would suggest that you put Edgar Loaiza into the latter category.
So would you.
Yeah,
You're not disagreeing with me, are you?
No, I'm not. Again, you just don't want to see a fight spoiled by someone who isn't doing their job.
That's right.
She's clearly not doing here.
Raymond needs to step back here. He's smothering himself with shots. He needs to step back. He doesn't need to be in close to get hit with short punches from Demetrice King. Like that. But when that jab is coming out, that piston-like jab from Raymond, that keeps Demetrice King honest.
He's got a very, very quick left jab. Here comes the uppercut again. Coming up to a minute left in round number 5, scheduled for 6. Heavies have put on a show here.
And good quality punches from both of them, too. Like, this hasn't been like a slap fest where they've been, you know, slapping each other and wrestling and grabbing. This has been good quality boxing right here. From two big guys scaling over 500 pounds between the two of them. And they're working well in there.
Come on, Raymond.
Look out, I mean, Raymond's 265 pounds. He's dancing around the ring, moving.
6 feet 8 inches. Looks in very good shape as well.
They're calling for King to stay on him. Oh, there's
a big
shot.
left.
That's the shots that Olubowale has to be careful of, and he doesn't need to be lethargic about it. He's got to just be smart.
Final 10 seconds here. Olubowale was out there, stunned.
Good shot underneath.
King now mocking him. Here we go.
Jab.
Get ready, folks, for what should be a thrilling final round between these two. Big boys battling in Rama tonight.
Breathe.
Last round, buddy.
You took again one unnecessary punch. Move out quick. The last round. Don't let them surprise you, because he's coming crazy this round. Put the fucking power on your hand when you punch. Put the power on your hand, okay? Don't let them come up close to you. This round is the most important round, okay? You are the fucking Canadian champion, huh? You got to show that. Double jump straight right and pull it down.
Big shot in round 5, late in round 5 by Demetrice King.
This is where Raymond just kind of getting a little bit nonchalant and gets hit with a shot. It didn't really hurt him all that much because he came right back. But see, sometimes he gets in too close. He's trying to drive Demetrice King back. All he's got to do is step back a little, give himself a little room for those big arms to do some work.
Olubowale stung there in that later stage of round 5. Here we go, final round. Heavyweight battle between Demetrice King, Raymond Olubowale, the Canadian champion.
And Demetrice King took some punches in the last 2 rounds, hoping to conserve some energy for here in the last round, because I think he's going to need the knockout to win. I think Raymond has won pretty much every round in this fight so far and has controlled it. Demetrice King's going to have to pull out all the stops to knock out Raymond Olubowale.
When King has been able to hurt Olubowale or gotten inside, sometimes came after an Olubowale mistake. He can't make a mistake here. Looking very fresh though, Russ.
Yes, he is. Nice movement, mixing up movement with a little bit of aggression. He's got to be careful about pushing him off like that, because then you give room for the guy to throw that left hook.
King.
Oh, good body shot on the inside. See, again, Raymond smothers himself there. He just needs to give himself room, maybe spin off to the side a little bit, and then hit him with the left hook.
Olubowale, who won the Canadian title a month ago, and the next opponent's lining up. He has to defend the championship. Tonight getting a chance to fight in his home province. against an American opponent, a very game American opponent. Just over a minute now in the final round.
Raymond, again, doesn't need to be this close. Just needs to get behind that jab. Look at that nice movement. I mean, that's a big man moving lightly like that in the ring, Rod.
Couple of big trades there from both fighters. Right hand from King. Olubowale's got to be careful here.
Yeah, he does. He kind of rolled with that shot, but he's got to be careful. He just needs to stay offensive. If he lets King get confident and get him and throwing shots, he needs to discourage King, you know, take any steam out of the engine.
Again, probably has outpointed King at this point. King's got 30 seconds. Here he goes. Throwing some now.
Ray should be throwing more shots now. Close the show right now in the last round. Don't let this guy take the crowd into the fight by, you know, looking good in the last round. You've looked good for 5 rounds. Take it to him. Put your combinations together and close the show.
Well, they came out throwing early. Olubowale is taking a lot of shots here in this final round.
And look how tired King is from throwing shots.
He's hurt him. He hurt him big time. Oh my! He's got to stop it. That's it. Edgar Loaiza. In the final few seconds, finally stops this fight. Olubowale absolutely rocked by Demetrice King. And he had to be careful even up until those final seconds. Can you believe that? That was Olubowale's fight if it goes to the judges.
Absolutely incredible. And the referee, again, late in getting in. Watch, you'll see it here. He hurts him there. Raymond goes back into
Stop
the rope.
it right here.
Now
right
he's
here.
right on top of it. Pulls him off late. Raymond is draped over the top of the rope. Right there, he's hurt. Yeah,
Finally.
Yeah.
Again, you know, a lot could have happened. Ray Olubowale is up on his chair finally, but those final few seconds for the Canadian champion against Demetrice King. We talked about his knockout power, the way that he fought against Berman-Stiverne, the same kind of thing, waiting for his moment. They will check the Canadian champion. He's obviously not happy with this. How about this guy, though, waiting for his moment? He waited almost a very bitter end. There were like 5 seconds left in the fight.
Absolutely incredible turnaround here from Demetrice King, and I told you this guy would be dangerous right till the very end, and he certainly was.
Raymond Olubowale, Canadian champion, loses this fight to Demetrice King. Referee Edgar Loaiza certainly was not in the middle of things for those first few rounds, though, and it allowed King to get a lot of extra shots in. But the 22-year-old from Jackson, Michigan, will move to 14-15. The next big thing gave Raymond Olubowale a big thing.
We'll be back.
Raymond is still hurt. He still doesn't have his legs under him.
Let me be back.
When he was draped over those ropes, it was just too much. There was no way he was going to recover for that, and King just stayed right on him, pile driving shots into him. Right hand, left hook, right hand. There was the flurry of punches, which really throughout this round, there was the shot, just drove him back into the ropes. But really, it was Raymond who gave him the opportunity to build up enough stamina to come on into the last round and throw shots just by not doing anything the entire 6th round.
Demetrice King.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time 2:55 of round number 6.
You were right.
The
5
winner by
seconds left.
knockout from Jackson, Michigan, Demetrice, the next big thing, King. And the hand also for Big Raymond Olubowale.
Raymond Olubowale. Now you know he's a Canadian champion.
You know what?
Goes through his head tonight after this.
I don't know, but the one thing you don't want to do, and this is a lesson, you don't want to change you don't want to fix what's not broken. He was boxing this guy, he was hitting him with combinations, he was digging shots underneath, and in the last round, he just wanted to survive. And that gave Demetrice King the energy and the confidence to come on. He had nothing to lose. There was no resistance coming back from Olubowale, and in the heavyweight division, any division, when you're a puncher, it could be over. That's exactly what happened. Give credit to this guy, Demetrice King, though.
What a battler. And again, with the referee not coming in a lot of times, he was throwing. And he threw from the beginning, and he threw a couple of big ones at the end. And the victim tonight is Raymond Olubowale. The Canadian champion loses to Demetrice King with 5 seconds left in the fight.
Wish I could bring you